And you know, on the flip side of success, watch these guys. That offensive line, they're just not moving. They're all bunched up. I mean, there's a football field out there that's pretty darn wide, and West Virginia is playing it. They're covering it. And Connecticut's offensive line is not getting it done, and the running backs behind them are playing as inept as the offensive line.
Fourth sack of the night. Incomplete. Intended for Brockington. And as they continue to tee off on Dennis Brown, you better get used to more of this.
Yeah, here's that word, inept. Brockington in the backfield. They're just not playing well. He's got to catch the ball. The ball's well thrown. They're in the flat, and it's just no execution. So you cannot blame this total collapse on Dennis Brown.
Mark Magro with the hit that knocked him backwards that time. So another Hussar punt, and it's blocked. That is going to turn into maybe his best punt of the night.
Yeah, absolutely.
What does that say? He's had some 25-yarders, but this blocked punt is finally down at the 37-yard line.
Let's see here.
Charles Pugh gets a good piece of that thing, and it goes straight up the field to the 37. First and 10 with 3:07 still remaining for the Mountaineers to add to this lead. A carry by Steve Slayton. We have Reese Davis and company waiting for halftime. Reese.
All right, guys, Mark May alongside. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk about the undefeated five, see if any has a chance to go down this weekend. Of course, Miami going to take on Virginia Tech, and we'll also have the latest on T.O.'s injury.
You're seeing some great defense out of West Virginia, but at halftime, I'm going to tell you about the #1 scoring defense in the nation.
Going to be a big showdown in Blacksburg on Saturday, guys. We'll go ahead and start looking ahead.
Yeah, you can't talk too much about a matchup like Miami and Virginia Tech coming up. Slayton close to the first. Right at it, should have it. Dana Delliston finally brings him down at the 47.
Yeah, I think Mark May's on to something. When you start talking about who's the last undefeated five and the top scoring defenses, that wise one May, he's on to something. Got to be able to stop him from scoring.
And as we talk about how highly ranked both those defenses are, watch. It'll be 46-44. Sure as you know,
Yeah,
you know.
all that pressure.
Blacksburg will be.
I just am not sold on Kyle Wright might become a really good quarterback. For instance, standing on the sidelines watching him play his first game there at Florida State, Drew Weatherford, you could see progress being made. And now we see Drew Weatherford, and Weatherford's a heck of a quarterback. I think they found their guy at Florida State.
Blacksburg ready to go nuts Saturday night. And another first down for Steve Slayton. Coming off 188 yards, 6 touchdowns. It took Butler and Delliston to bring him down here. Another first down Mountaineers with apparently time to spare with a minute 35 and 2 timeouts to work with from the 41-yard line of UConn. 16 carries for 71 yards and a touchdown tonight for Slayton, the true freshman from Levittown, Pennsylvania. One of the better stops by the UConn rush defense here. Dan Davis, defensive end. Sophomore out of Plainfield, New Jersey, who has missed a couple of games because of an ankle ligament problem, but good to go from the first snap tonight.
It seems like UConn's defense they have the ability from time to time to make the stop, but it's a consistent basis that they're lacking right now.
First 10 plays, remember, for West Virginia, 5 for positive yardage, 5 for negative yardage. And this is going to be for -1. White runs right into Rayma Fuller, the defensive tackle. And you're right, Craig. They intermittently shown the signs of being the high-ranked defense that they are, number 6 statistically overall in the country.
But for instance, can you get them off the field? Third down, whatever the distance. Do you have a play or playmaker out there who can stop the opponent? And they don't do that consistently.
West Virginia will call its second timeout with 29 seconds here. UConn opened the season with back-to-back shutouts. Shutout teams they should have blown out and did, Buffalo and Liberty. And still averaging, allowing just under 15 points per game. So they're not at all accustomed to looking up and seeing a scoreboard like this. The rest of the way, West Virginia, which is well on its way to going 7-1, will go next Wednesday night here on ESPN2 to Cincinnati and take on the Bearcats. And then they've got Pittsburgh in the backyard brawl, and that rescheduled game that was postponed because of the hurricane will be at South Florida December 3rd.
That's going to be a tough game. South Florida's a talented football team, and look at Rutgers, man. Way to go, Rutgers. Absolutely good team.
Bowl eligible after just 27 years.
What is it? Since the last time they went was 1978.
To a bowl that has not been in existence for about all of those 27 years. The Garden State Bowl, remember that? At the Meadowlands?
Yeah.
Somebody thought it was a good idea to bring teams up to East Rutherford in December. White airs this out and finds a target in single coverage, Brandon Miles, but incomplete at the goal line.
Miles on the outside, basically just your mini Hail Mary. Throw it down the field, see if Miles can come up with a play. Connecticut, nice job of Butler coming back inside, swatting the ball down, but they stopped him. You know what? I'm sitting there a while ago and I was wondering, can they get him off the field? They stop him on 3rd and long.
So Brady, who has been a big part of a huge difference in average starting position, put one down there that was waiting to be knocked down and killed at the 2, and Antonio Lewis almost does it.
Well, you know what? I really think this is such a neat idea for this coaching staff, the way they roll these guys out and punt the ball.
Rugby
man.
style.
That old rugby deal. Way to coach him up, Rich.
Brady talks about how challenging it is to be a punter for Rich Rodriguez. You can't just work on your power 45 or 50 yarder every day. You work on that, but you also work on the rollout and the angle and the high 30-35 yarder that's going to be fair caught.
Yep.
Randy Edsel's got more than enough to work on at halftime, trailing 35-3 here in Morgantown. Let's go down to Reese Davis and Mark May.